I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others.
Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today is going to be a day in the life of a homeschooling mom on a Monday where the weekend didn't quite go as planned as far as resting, rejuvenating, getting ready to tackle another big homeschooling week and just life week. Sometimes we have to start our weeks off feeling a little on the tired side, and I will tell you guys about what happened and share with you kind of my mentality of deciding, do I push through, do I not? But I want to thank Ana Luisa for partnering with me on bringing you guys today's day in the life video. So I did get myself a little bit ready this morning. I needed to. Sometimes that really just helps. I did just like 5 minutes. I did not do my hair, as you can tell, which is why it is in a ponytail, but I did at least put some makeup on my face and made my bed, started laundry. So doing all the things that help me get going. Sometimes when you feel like you just don't want to get going, doing just those couple little things, get dressed, put a little bit of makeup on, make your bed, start a little laundry. That can change everything. So I have my coffee here. We are getting a little bit of a later start than usual. Not a little bit, a bit of a later start, but there's good reason for that. So I'll tell you guys about that. But I did want to let you know about Ana Luisa. I have partnered with them so many times in the past because I love their jewelry. It's amazing. The quality and the pricing is phenomenal. Not to mention they really care about the environment and the standards that they produce, and those things are so important to me when I recommend something to you guys. So we'll wait for her to be done. Lucy, can you go? So they are running a current promotion for Valentine's Day. Now I know when I say Valentine's Day, people go, oh, that's just a cheesy Hallmark holiday. And I totally agree with you. But any extra chance that I can have to tell someone that I love them, or do just a little fun thing for my kids, or you're gonna see we're gonna make Valentine's and little gift bags for our friends. So I like Valentine's Day just for no other reason than it's fun and I like the colors pink and red. But if you are looking for a Valentine's gift for yourself, your daughters, a friend, your mother, whatever it might be, Ana Luisa is the place to go. I just ordered this new necklace here, you guys can see, and I love the simplicity with the blue, and the chain has detail. So many times when I'm filming, you guys say, oh, I love your necklaces, where did you get them? Ana Luisa. And I will totally double this up with another one that I have just to create like more interest and texture, and I love wearing jewelry like that over like a simple plain white gray t-shirt. And then I actually got these tiny little hoop earrings. You can see the detailing. I'll put it in like an overlay here, but I actually got those for Olivia for Christmas, and I love them so much because these are like perfect for everyday wear, that I decided I wanted a pair too. So that's what I ordered from Ana Luisa. But like I said, they are running a 15% off sale right now for Valentine's Day that you guys can take advantage of by clicking the link and using the code down in my description box. Their jewelry is super affordable with pieces starting at just around $39. So it's not gonna break your bank, and the quality is there. They even have a 365-day warranty if your pieces do not meet your satisfaction. So the company is amazing, and what they create is beautiful, and I love every piece that I have received from Ana Luisa, which is probably quite a bit by now. I have so many necklaces that I love and I wear all of the time. So I wanted to share that offer with you guys. So that'll be down in the description box for you to check out. But now we are going to get going with the homeschooling day. It is Monday And usually on Mondays, I like to wake up feeling rejuvenated, rested, ready to pour out into my family. But sometimes life happens and that's not always the case. So I'm gonna share with you guys kind of what happened over the weekend and then kind of give you my mentality in case you, as a homeschooling mom, ever find yourself in this situation. It's like, do I take the day off? Do I take the week off? What do I do here? I'm in charge of my homeschool, so what homeschooling freedom do I exercise in this moment? And that's really gonna be up to every family on their own, but I'll just share with you kind of like my train of thought. Okay, so over the weekend we were having dinner with a family member of mine, and we now know that they had what is called a TIA, and I'll let you guys Google the details of that, but it's basically like a mini stroke with no lasting damage, as far as like, you know, not like strength loss or, you know, facial you know, droopiness. There's no lasting effects, meaning it's like a very quick stroke that doesn't have lasting damage, which is so great now, but it was scary at the time. Now, so we were sitting there and they were actually telling me that earlier in the day they were with a friend of theirs and it kind of happened earlier in the day, and so I was kind of being suggestive of, you know, maybe we should go to the hospital, and they were, you know, reluctant, saying no, we're cooking. Like, we had tri-tip on the Traeger, and we were gonna play Yahtzee and hang out, and then they were doing dishes and I was talking to them, and then it happened again when I was there. So then I said, you know, we need to go. This could be like the precursor of something much bigger going on. So I kind of forcefully said, we're going to the hospital. So I drove them to the hospital. Thankfully, they live really close to a really good hospital that is like #1 in our state for stroke care. Didn't even know that. But I was nervous about what the hospital was gonna be like because of everything going on in the world. I haven't gone into a hospital since last December when Jake had back surgery. So thankfully I haven't had to be in a hospital through all of this craziness, but I didn't know if I was gonna be allowed in. I didn't know what was gonna be, you know, allowable. So I got them there to the hospital really quickly. They were acting normal, but not normal in the same sense, but they weren't exhibiting like symptoms as we were driving. So we got to the hospital. Thankfully, they did allow one person to go into the emergency room, which is what I did. And it was like, they called a code when we walked up and explained what was happening, and they moved really, really fast. Super grateful for that. But also, like, I felt a little weird because they weren't having any symptoms in that moment, that it was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I asked the nurse that was kind of wheeling them back and getting everybody together and briefing everyone. It was like moving really, really fast. I said, I did the right thing, right? And she looked at me and she said, absolutely. So I felt more at peace with kind of going after that fact. But so we were there. They did like all the initial things to rule out, you know, like an actual stroke where there's bleeding happening in the brain as they speak. They did a CAT scan immediately. They did blood sugar test immediately. They did like this, you know, their host of tests that they do like right away. And I was there for all of that. So then they kind of gave us like not a room, but, you know, like a curtained area in the ER. And so we were there and we were just kind of talking. My family member and I, we were talking and we were kind of waiting for the test results to come back, as far as like they did an EKG, they did some blood tests, and as we were laying there, we were talking, and then it happened again. And so this particular person the symptoms are like, they'll be in a mid-conversation and then they just get like this eyes wide open look and start saying words that don't make sense to what the conversation is, very repetitive, and just very like disoriented, but not like gibberish where they're just like making up sounds. They're actually saying words, but it's just not like we're talking about the weather and then all of a sudden it's my friend in high school, and it's like repetitive like that, and a very weird facial look, but no droopiness or anything. And then the other weird part is that they don't remember it happening. So they don't remember like the conversation leading up to it, and then they don't remember it happening, and then they don't remember a little bit after that. And I would say all in all, it's probably about 5 minutes. So it's pretty alarming because this person is someone that I love. They live on their own, alone. They're driving all of the time. And so it was really nerve-wracking for me and for them as well, but I was thankful to be there. So that was Saturday night. So I was at the hospital until about midnight almost, when they decided that they were going to admit them to the hospital. Once they admitted them to the hospital, then I had to leave, because you're not allowed to have visitors once you're admitted to the hospital. So they did a bunch of more tests yesterday, which was Sunday, and we didn't know, were they going to keep them another night, what was going to go on, but they ended up getting released around 8:30 at night. Now I had taken them to the hospital, so I had their vehicle, their house keys, everything, so I had to go and pick them up from the hospital. And all day was, you know, going back and forth with calls about what they were finding, what was going on. And yeah, so got them home around 9:30 last night, got the kids home because Jake had to come and pick me up to bring me home because I drove their car, you know. And so we didn't get to bed until much later than I like to start off a Monday with, and that is why we are late this morning. Not late, it's just the way this school day is gonna go. So yeah, that was my weekend. It was a super emotionally draining time, and I don't mean that in a bad way, like, oh, they're draining me. Like, obviously this is not something that anybody could have prevented, and I am so thankful that I was there, because the interesting thing is that the person who this is happening to doesn't remember it happening, and they live alone. So if it's happening all of the time or more often, they're not going to know it unless they're talking to someone. So that is kind of the alarming part. And then also like driving a vehicle, that is kind of really plaguing me with worry, but I'm trying not to worry. So far, everything looks normal, which ordinarily you would be very thankful for, but I was praying that there would be something that they would see to give an explanation for why this is happening, because like I said, they live alone and they drive all of the time for work, far distances, and I just am petrified of this happening while they're driving. So we got home late, needless to say, and I am still emotionally drained, just because it was like the night of, I felt sick to my stomach because of the adrenaline rush. Some people, like my husband, do really well with like medical situations, like emergencies. I do okay in the moment, like I'm reactive, I don't just freeze up and do nothing, but after the fact I feel sick. Like the adrenaline dump makes me feel sick. So I felt really nauseated, and then I also realized, not in the moment because I was so focused on what was happening, I also realized that long before I was on YouTube, Landon spent 5 days in the pediatric ICU. He had something called Kawasaki disease, and I'll let you guys look that up. But we had some really scary moments with that whole thing, and we were in the hospital for 5 days, like I said. there, and it all started in the ER. And so I think I had a little bit of a trigger to go back into the same emergency room. So it was really overwhelming and kind of scary. And yeah, so I debated on what this school week was gonna look like, because as I've told you guys, I really like to start Monday off on my best foot. And but then at the same time, there was really no reason to take off the entire day of school. In fact, I think it will be good for us to be a little bit distracted and just doing our normal thing. So what do I do in these situations? It really depends on what the situation is. This situation didn't warrant that we take an entire day off. So I am choosing that even though I am tired, I said, okay, we'll sleep in. So everybody slept in not till 10 a.m. or anything, but you know, later than we normally would. And I said, I'm gonna get some extra sleep. I didn't sleep well the night before. I'm not gonna force myself to get up and work out right away. And then we're gonna do a little bit lighter of a school day. So I'm gonna do like a little bit less with my morning basket time, and then just do like their individual subjects for what we do upstairs. So just give myself a little bit of grace there to not have to do, you know, history and science today. I took that away. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So sometimes as a homeschooling parent, you just know like this is not gonna be a good school day, and then you need to take the day off. And then other days, even though I'm not starting the week off on the foot that I wanted to necessarily, and I'm feeling a little like worn down just mentally, and homeschooling requires so much mental energy and focus, I think it will be better if I just give grace in areas for more sleep and maybe you know, different things, but just not canceling the whole school day. So Jake is actually home on Monday, so he's downstairs with the kids. It is almost 9 o'clock, and this is when we would be starting school, so we're gonna get a later start, which is fine. It's like a cloudy day outside, so the weather is kind of not helping with my energy, but we have sun more than most of you, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I wanted to update you guys on just how I'm handling this, because homeschooling is life and life happens. And so how does life affect the school? Sometimes it does, but this is just what I'm choosing to do today. And every situation would obviously be different. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm gonna drink my coffee, the rest of that cup, and hopefully get started with our Valentine's crafting, which simple. I just got them at Michael's. They're like those little kits. We decided to do those instead of like the boxed cards that come with like 48, and we don't need 48. But I filmed a little clip of me like setting everything out, so I think you guys will have seen that, but that's all downstairs waiting for me. So I'm gonna head down there and see what's going on, but I wanted to get on and tell you guys what happened over the weekend. If you have any experience or have had a family member that has had a TIA, I would love it if you would feel comfortable to email me. It's in my description box always, or leave a comment and share your experience, symptoms, did it happen again, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna go see what the kids are up to now. So the Target dollar spot is always my go-to for stuff like this. We got these cute little fake plants for our friends, and then a rainbow heart slinky, and my boys picked out a funny hand puppet for their friend. And then the Valentine's things we're using this year all came from Michael's. And then we, of course, will add some candy. And then I found these Welch's Heart fruit snacks. And so that will be our Valentine's little gift bag for our friends. This kind of stuff, though, you have to get way ahead of the holiday. I thankfully was in Target in January. Usually I have not been going into Target at all, and I was able to grab those things. So that's what we're putting in our Valentine's bag this year for our little Valentine's party that we do with our other homeschooling friends. So that is what we are starting working on first on this Monday. Let's see how they're coming. We have a whale with a mustache, very nice. A very normal, typical whale, a cute little doggy, and another mustache whale. And we have a cute little strawberry, a tiger. Kylie's a Valentine's making machine. She's got quite a few going over there. And then Olivia's made a lot of cute unicorns and a pink dog.
That's not how you spell Valentine's. Gotta redo that.
You could probably wipe it off because those markers come off. So like I told you guys, I am shortening up the morning time partially because we did all the Valentine's preparation, but if you're not sure what I'm talking about when I talk about morning time, I just did a whole updated video on this. But we're just gonna do our Bible time, and since we have a special guest in our homeschool, the father, the principal of the homeschool, the kids all like when he's around for school, and it feels kind of like for me that like my boss is here watching, and I need to show him that I'm doing a good job. So Daddy's going to read a chapter in our missionary book. We're reading Jim Elliot. We read about his wife last year. Who remembers her name?
Elizabeth Elliot.
Good job. So they already kind of know his story. They obviously touched on it in that one, but it'll be interesting to read specifically about him. And then we're just going to go through our Bible time right here. And then, like I said, we're going to just go upstairs and do our independent work. So Valentine's project is all done and complete. We're ready to go. I don't like doing anything at the last minute. And so Dad's going to, or the principal rather, is going to read us a chapter in Jim Elliot. Restlessness.
Yeah.
So when you're like this.
Like.
Oh. Patience is not getting upset, angry, or restless when I have to wait. So how can I be more patient? I can wait without complaining. I can say it's okay if something goes wrong. I can not worry about the future, and I can be wise with the time that I have. Ephesians 4:2 says, be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. So that is the focus this week. Last week was obedience. This week is patience. The week before obedience was love. So let's see how that goes this week. Patience.
I'm not waiting for it.
Patience with other people.
I mean,
what happens to the people who died before Jesus came? Are they in heaven or hell?
that's what I wondered. I mean, they made sacrifices, right?
Yeah, because there was no Messiah yet.
So that might have saved them. I don't know.
So Hebrews 12:22 through 23 says, but you have come to Mount Zion and the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, to an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly and church of the firstborn who are registered in heaven, to God the judge of all, to the spirits of just men made perfect. So Jesus is and always has been the central point of history. In the Old Testament, we read about the law that was given to the Israelites and all the sacrifices. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock now. We're done with the morning bit of Bible reading and doing Valentine's. So the kids are all just having their morning snack, which if you guys recently saw my Instagram stories, we've somehow accumulated about 100 cups of yogurt. And so it's all my fault because I do the grocery order and I just wasn't paying attention. So this week's snack is gonna be yogurt for the entire week. But look at all the varieties of yogurt we have. We have vanilla yogurt, we have protein yogurt of the key lime variety, we have Chobani flip yogurt. Did you have a yogurt? What did you have? He had a flip too. So we're gonna eat through that yogurt because I don't want any of it going bad.
And the light and fit yogurt.
Oh, and light and fit. And Too Good yogurt.
Yeah.
But that's mine, don't eat that.
Oh.
I don't like being on my own. I could use someone to hold. And I've been trying to fill the void, but my bed is getting cold. Cause I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore. You said you had to go away just to figure out who you are. And I'm in this empty house with your pictures on my wall. But I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore. Just waiting for love, waiting for love. Try to forget about you makes me.
So along with reading, teaching your child how to read, which I did teach this little lady how to read from the ground up, another huge moment in learning is teaching dividing, because dividing has seemed to be a challenge for all of my kids when they first have learned it. So today we show them your page. We introduced division to her for the very first time. And how did you do?
Good.
Good, she did good. She knows her multiplication facts solidly by memory. And in my experience, she's my fourth, so my last one that I'll be homeschooling. I've learned that having those multiplication facts solidly memorized before dividing is learning to divide is critical. So today was a big day because she learned division for the very first time and it didn't cause tears and she understands it pretty well, don't you? Mm-hmm. Good. So I wanted to share that with you guys and also document it for myself. So it is 12:45 now and we are having lunch. When we get a later start in the morning, then everything else is just kind of later. So usually we're having lunch around 12 or 12:30 at the latest, but it's 12:45, so the kids are all just having their lunch and I'm gonna sit down and have my lunch. I'll show you guys what I'm having. Right now it looks like I just have a few quinoa chips and romaine with a little bit of cilantro lime dressing, the Bolt House Farms one, but underneath there is like a small, the brand is Evolve. It's not something I would ever buy, but the grocery pickup accidentally put it in my order. And of course you can't bring it back once I got home and realized it. So not gonna let it go to waste, but it's like rice and black beans under there. So just having something super quick and drinking a lot of water because with everything that went on over the weekend, I feel like I didn't drink very much water. So I'm gonna sit down and eat that now, and then we will finish up the rest of our school day.
Look what they came with.
Ooh, so I wanted to share this with you guys. I've talked about it on Instagram, but this is Young, Wild, and Friedman. I purchased Olivia a 3-month subscription to this service for Christmas because she was my family secret Santa, and her Valentine's Day kit just arrived. So it has all of these Play-Dohs and then all of these different things she can do to create something fun for Valentine's Day, even like these fake little chocolate strawberries. It's adorable and it just arrived and she loves getting these. So not sponsored, but highly recommend checking it out. They're really fun for imaginative sensory play. So it's really cute. So it is about 1:50 now, and Caleb and I just took a little drive over to Michael's. We're doing a curbside pickup for some acrylic marker spray. If you guys follow on Instagram, you know that he started his own little Caleb's Crazy Cool Colorful Canine Creations business, and he has been using his God-given artistic talents to draw some amazing drawings of your guys' dogs, and he's super thankful for everyone who has ordered from him. He's had a lot of fun doing that, but we did need to get some supplies for the business for him, so this is one of those things. So we decided to take a drive over here and pick it up, and then we're gonna go back home, and then I am going to get my workout done.
I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line.
Okay, a little time check-in for you guys. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to get on the Peloton, and I'm freezing, so I put on this long sleeve jacket that I'm sure I'll be taking off once I get warmed up in my ride. But Mondays, I've shared with you guys before, I like to do a longer ride on Monday. I just like to start off the week with like the longest workout. So I'm about to do a 60-minute ride. So I will be on the Peloton from 3 to 4. I'm going into my classes right now to tell you guys, if you have Peloton, I am doing Matt Wilper's 60-minute Power Zone ride from March 14th, 2020. So this is what that's the one I'm doing, if you want to try to find it. But yeah, I'm about to get on here and get my workout done. And I've been asked so many times, because I made such a big deal out of how I was working out at 6 a.m. The people have been like, so you're not working out in the morning anymore? And I appreciate the accountability. But after Christmas break, we took 2 weeks off at Christmas, and it took me like 6 weeks to be able to like get my body onto that schedule coming out of the summer. So when we started back with school in August, I got onto that schedule, and it took me 6 weeks to do that. It wasn't easy. That's not my normal natural rhythm. And although I still love the fact that by 7 I'm done working out, there's a lot about working out at that hour that I don't like. And I might do like a whole updated schedule video for you guys soon, but I wanted to answer the question. So after Christmas break, I got off of that schedule, and it's like my body just fell back into its normal rhythm, which is it's not the waking up, because I wake up at that same time anyway, 6 to 6:30 every day. It's the waking up and going from 0 to 100 on the Peloton within 5 minutes of being awake. That is very hard for me to do. And so yeah, once I got off of the schedule, I gave myself grace once we were coming back to school. So that was the first week of January, and here we are the first week of February, and I'm still not waking up at 6, like to work out at 6 anymore. Still getting up early, getting ready, but you know, sometimes like it's not my favorite. So I knew I hated it, but I was doing it out of discipline. And then once I took a 2-week break, I just didn't have it in me to get myself back on that schedule. So as long as I'm working out every day, I'm happy. And it is, you know, I could force myself to do it. I just don't want to right now, because I'm finding time in the afternoons, and I feel like I get a better workout in the afternoon. At first, I thought, oh, I'm just adjusting because I don't usually wake up that early to work out. So my body's kind of adjusting, but I can truly say now that I get a better workout when I'm fully awake and like have had a cup of coffee. And so anyways, I probably could work out from 7 to 8 and that would probably be better for me, but I don't like working out and expecting my kids to be doing what they're supposed to be doing because they're kids. And if there's a sibling squabble over hair gel, then I'm not able to handle it. So even though they're older and they do those things, I'm still going around the house and making sure everyone's on task. They get sidetracked. So been back to my afternoon workout since after Christmas, and I just am not finding, like, an individual only has so much mental strength and discipline to go around. And so this is like something that, like, I'm still working out every day, so I probably shouldn't like beat myself up over the fact that I'm not waking up at 6. I loved once I was on the schedule having it done for the day, but I truly hated doing it every day I did it. It never got like to the point where I was like, yeah, like I just still hated it. So that's my whole workout ramble, but I am going to work out now, and I will see you guys when I'm done with this ride. Super sweaty, you guys can see. Now that I'm super sweaty, I'm gonna do a quick 10-minute stretch to wrap up Monday's workout. That was a good ride. Slow, steady sweat, nothing super crazy, more focused on endurance. So maintaining like a higher cadence for longer. Felt really good, but now it's time to stretch it out and cool it down a little bit. Okay, so it is 4:30 now, and now would be the time where, and I like just worked out, so excuse the wild hair. Now would be the time when I would have to start making dinner, but thankfully I got my husband a Traeger, and so every Monday he has been enjoying smoking some meat. So the meat is out here smoking. I'll show you guys. And so this is saving me. So here's what we got going on in there. It's in the foil with apple cider right now, and that's gonna be done about 6:30. So we're gonna shred it up, and then the kids requested like these, like, I don't know, hoagie type rolls to put them on. I probably won't do that. I'll probably just have mine plain, and then I'm gonna make some homemade coleslaw to go with it, and then we will probably have maybe some sweet potato fries that I have out in the freezer. So that's not gonna take long at all. So what I'm gonna use this time for now is to blend up a protein shake, number one, and then number two, get a little bit ahead on some work stuff as far as like invoicing and keeping track of things. So I told you guys that's a goal of mine this year. I have to be better organized when it comes to my life here. The business side of making YouTube videos and stuff, so I need to be better at that. So I'm gonna use that time, this time for that now once I make my protein shake. This is my favorite time of day. It's called the Bassett Snuggle Hour. And Mr. Walter wants to say, thanks for watching the video today. Right, Mr. Boy? Show everyone your fancy tie. Oh yes, he's such a good boy. Look at this boy. This is what happens when you can't have any more kids. Then you become obsessed with your dogs. But I'm gonna end today's day in the life video here. I hope you guys enjoyed just a Monday that didn't necessarily start off on the right foot after a stressful weekend, but we persevered and I feel better now. A workout definitely helped. We're about to sit down and have some of that delicious pulled pork and call it a day with an early bedtime and wake up and do it all again tomorrow. He wants to lick me really badly. And be sure to check out the links for Ana Luisa down in the description box if you guys want to get someone you love a fancy Valentine's Day gift. And other than that, I will see you guys all in my next video really soon. Oh, and Mr. Walter's doing something very cute for you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.